And we're back. James Green, short series Shenanigans. So this video is the second one. We were cutting the face across these, okay, in this other video. This is making parts for the 1950s Takata Belmont. I believe Takata is the correct. I have to look. My buddy Rebel, just to kind of catch everybody up in case you're watching this video and you didn't see the one prior to it. Quick recap. So, 1950s vintage Barber chair that he acquired. He's a Barber, veteran buddy of mine, over on the Northeast Heights area of Albuquerque. Acquired this Barber chair, the leg that goes down, well, both of these, so this is the left side and the right. One of them broke, and what they did is they just cut it off. Trying to hold this up here. So, it actually fastens. This is where your calves rest. Okay, so you guys get the picture? It's supposed to go down and over and out. And then you have the bottom footrest. Okay. This is where, I mean, you can see Belmont. Alright, and then you have the pieces that go up here where if you've ever been in a barber chair, you know how they are. So, the piece that actually goes down and connects to this is missing. What I've been doing, researching off the internet, I've got some good pictures and stuff, and we're recreating those parts. We're starting out with it straight because we're going to do some hand fashioning and stuff, and I've talked about how we're going to TIG weld all this into both pieces, and that's going to be a separate video. So, excuse me. So what we're doing, we're continuing on with some more machining because I know you guys like to see it. So we've changed out our parallels. We're dropping down a little bit because we need to drop down further into the jaws, because what we're going to do, I got a ball end mill here. We don't want to leave this solid, as I do want to pull some of this out of the back. This is the piece we just cut, okay, and the reason we didn't go to the end is because you know, this is going to get cut and narrowed down, and then when we do heating and beating and forging, this is actually going to get bent to the end, and then this gets rounded over. So depending on, you know, lots of stuff to go on, no sense in going all the way through, but we are going to go ahead and take metal out of the back to lighten this up because it doesn't need to be this heavy. So, I told you guys I'd show it to you. I went through, dug through all my end mills. I like to have two of the same thing in case it breaks. I did find a 5/8 ball and one that was a regrind, and this is old school, which it'll work because we're just removing weights, so size isn't exactly critical. This was a regrind 0.0655. Okay, the one that's in there is actually 5/8. So, and this is kind of a radius. This is going to be our backup in case something happens, and that one grenades. Not a big deal. Again, we're just going to be removing material out of the back, and we've changed. We got our ER32 inside of our R8 here. We're going to go ahead and tighten it up and we'll get set. For doing stuff like this, I like the ER32 because it is tight, it's rigid, and I don't have to run my power drawbar in and out. If I don't have to, I like to go this route. I got a complete set of Imperial collets that goes from 3/32 all the way up to 3/4. And I purchased these from All Industrial Tool Supply, who happens to be one of our channel sponsors, but I bought it from them before they were my channel sponsor. But if you want one, they've got them in Imperial, they've got them in metric, ER32 collet setup. It's great stuff. And I'm digging. That'll have the inside of my fingers. So let's go ahead and get started here. We'll drop this down in here. This is going to be interesting. We're going to decide how deep we want to go with this. And I know once we start milling past this part, depending on how wide we go, it may want to try to squish in. So we got to be cognizant of that. We might be a little too deep. I don't know. We'll see. We'll play it. We'll make a couple of passes, and I'm not going to show it all on video. We'll just show the beginning of it. But we do have to be cognizant of once we get to this area, because we squeezed it pretty tight. you know, it's going to want to push in. Again, this is the back area. There's even going to be, you know, I'm going to have to reshape this whenever it gets bent and all that. So I'll show you guys on video as we're doing it. So let me go ahead and get over here, and we'll actually, let's find our basic height first. And there's no critical, I'm going to come up just a little so we're not touching. So I know that's, to me that's 0. Alright, and we're going to come down, rather than raise the table up, let's go down about 3/4 of an inch first. We'll start there. And because that's a healthy cut, I'm going to put my stops in here just so it doesn't try to slide up or down. Your mill stops right here, I've had people ask about these. You put those around, you can see inside. People use them on lathes, mills. So what I do, so I don't have to worry about it jumping around, which we're not, and it'll slide right there and lock in. We're locked in on the quill. We'll get our coolant. We'll plug that in. I need to find a better place to hang this besides back there. There we go. We got it. Alright. Turn that knob off so we don't spray coolant everywhere. Not that I've ever done that before. No, I only did it once. It comes up. I always drain it back at the end of each use. Get the coolant out. Alright. Gotta be careful not to pop that off and spray it all over the place. I've done that once other before, is pop that off and had coolant go all over there. So you're very careful not to make that mistake. Alright. Especially when you don't have enclosures to keep coolant from not flying everywhere. Alright. Set this over here out of the way for right now. Okay. And I'm going to grab another. I always keep stuff like this handy. Almost too long. Oh, here it is. I had it attached to another piece, which that's fine. I just kind of want to keep stuff from blowing across the table. All right. My hand feed this to start it, because I'm not sure how it's going to react. Noise warning. Let me zoom you guys in here a little bit. We may want to. Be just fine. I'm going to power feed and I'm going to go into it real slow. 2-flute ball end mill, so, and it's not a new end mill. It's been used quite a bit, so we're doing about 3/4 of an inch depth of cut there. So we're doing pretty good. It's doing all right. So there you go. Chip evacuation's doing good with the flood coolant. Add a little more flood coolant. There we go. Running good. Chips are coming out. Ginning along pretty good there. Let me back up and I'll show you how fast we're spinning. You can see down there in the camera, we're actually ginning along at a pretty good little rate. And you can hear by the machine. What I should have done was started at that end so the flood coolant blew it that way. I'm going to try to not pop that off and get to where it pushes the chips out the trough a little bit here. Come in from this side. Alright, we'll try that. Alright, let's try this. We'll be able to tell here real quick when it starts cutting. Not too bad, but we can just keep pulling them out the front. Doing good. I'll zoom you guys in a little bit and show you what we got. Still got to come up here with the brush. This is what makes it fun, man. So we're doing about 3/4 depth of cut here with a 5/8 ball end mill, 2-flute, high-speed steel. It's an old school Niagara, I believe. I'd pull it out and see. It might be a do-all. I know I got some old do-alls floating around here like that. It's maybe a do-all. Matter of fact, I think this one is the do-all. That other one was the Niagara. Yeah, this one was the old Dual. It was a 1950s vintage, I'm sure. 50s, 60s vintage. Big old chips. You guys can see the chips coming out. Big old chips. Oh yeah. Look at that. That's what you want. I'm not going to push it too hard because I don't want to break anything. Running flood coolant like this makes your tools last a lot longer. All you ever do is add water to this stuff. Oh yeah, we're doing great. Good stuff. Big old chips. If you want to do run a wet dry back, but you're going to pull all your coolant because this drains right back into the tank. You could use a mister, but I found that I like running this flood coolant the way it's set up for this. I like to run the mister over on my surface grinder. Once it ends, on either end, I'm going to go all the way through. I can come in here and fill it out, whatever I need to do, and add to it. Because I know on one end I've got to have a stall, and I'm gonna drill and put that in there. For that pin, it's for the hinge pin. So we know that still has to be built into here. So lots of machining and forge work to go still. Started making more noise once it got past the ice on that side. Well, Bridget's doing a good job. This is the type of unique stuff I like doing, guys. I really enjoy this. Get to be creative, a little artistic license, nothing has to be super exact. And we're bringing back a piece of Barber chair history, bringing it alive again. I don't know how many videos it's going to take, but I'll try to show you as much as I can on the interesting stuff. We've got about an inch and a half to go and we'll be out the back side here. Got to keep the troughs clean around the vise to drain the coolant back. Right here. Now I know from past experience, once you get ready to come out, it'll try to jump. past experience, anytime on one of these manual mills, you get ready to come out, I'm going to feed it by hand real slow, so it won't try to grab and jerk and twist. I'm just easing out of the back because I don't want it to like grab and jump and twist and bang, especially a 2-flute. If it gets too big of a bite, it'll break the end mill. Come out real slow. And I mean real slow. You guys see how I'm doing it? Because otherwise it'll grab that back side and it'll jump and snap. You let it do its own chewing real slow. 4-flute and more end mills, it's not that big of a deal, but 2-fluters, oh yeah, you got to be careful. Okay, there we go. All right, yeah. So, let me wipe this out real quick and we'll let it drain. So, just to kind of illustrate a point why I slowed down there at the end. Whoop, back the camera out here. So, I'm going to illustrate a point why I stopped, and I'll use demonstrating this end mill. Okay, so we were coming out of the cut, and what you want to be careful of, and I'm just using this to illustrate, once it gets near the end and you're coming out, and if it's going fast, and I'm going to over exaggerate this as I'm trying to get the correct, what would be a good way to show you guys. Okay, as it's coming out of the end of the cut, let's say this is the cut and we're coming through here, and it gets to the end. If you're going too fast, what can happen is it'll grab the end and snap. Okay, so as you're coming out of the cut on a 2-flute end mill, ball, flat, whatever, if you slow it down by hand, and on a manual mill, mind you, the CNC stuff's totally different, but that's generally when end mills snap. You're coming out of the cut. I've even done it in aluminum by accident, so when I get ready to come out and I'm using a 2-flute and I'm doing a deep cut like that, or even you're just trimming up the end, once you get to the end, you slow down by hand, you let it chew slowly, otherwise it'll grab, because it's trying to grab and cut, it'll grab too much and it'll shove the part or bend it or snap the end mill. That's why I slowed down and I just let it chew real small cuts, and you heard it. We're not worried about chatter because this is all going to be, and it was chattering, and I'm not worried about that because we're just using this to lighten it up. So that's a little tip I learned from, I'm always talking about the guy David House that started teaching me machining when I was a kid, is when you get now near the end of a cut, and we would even do it with, any end mill, didn't matter. You got done at the end of a cut, you slowed way down, you moved it by hand because you didn't want one of those teeth to move too fast and try to grab too big of a bite and break the part, break the end mill. Slow it down by hand, and just, even if it takes you 5 minutes, 5 minutes is cheaper than an end mill or a scrapped part and frustration. So there you go. I'll move you guys up here and show you a little bit. My Dachshunds are barking. Someone must be walking by the house. I am going to go ahead and go deeper, but I wanted to do 3/4 of an inch cut first. I'm not going to pull it out. I'll move over here and kind of show you guys on the end what we got. So we are going to go in deeper. All right. Get the camera set. Sorry about that. All right. So we are definitely going to go deeper. But that's about 3/4 of an inch depth of cut there. And we're going to drop back through and go down. Matter of fact, I'll start this side, drop down, we'll come back. We'll probably come down maybe that same depth. I don't know. We'll see. We'll look at it. But that kind of gives you an idea of what we got going on there with everything. Gonna drop back down, start cutting this way. Same thing with the other piece. So there you go. Yeah, I just heard the mail person drive. So some people have a doorbell. I have a Dachshund bell. I have a dog bell. So there we go. You guys, I'm loving it, loving it, loving it. The ER32 setup for doing little things like this. Even when I'm doing drilling and tapping at times and you want to be super straight, the R8s, if you don't have a complete set of R8s or you need to be in between sizes, the ER32 stuff is great, especially if you're working in really, really tiny. And it's just handy. Like I said, I got a complete set of ER32s or R8s for this. But it's easy instead of having to do, especially, you guys know my right arm ain't the greatest, having to do open and close the drawbar all the time, because even with a power drawbar you tear your drawbar up a little bit. This is a quick, easy way to do it. It's another workaround or just another way of holding stuff. American Rotary giving you guys a loving shout out. I'm loving the phase converter. If you guys are looking at getting some 3-phase equipment, contact him. Contact Chris Favel. He will take care of you. Again, All Industrial Tool Supply. That's where I get all my stuff from. The cutting fluid that I use, the Astro Grind, the Astro Cut, you can get it from them. The Call It set, they've got them. Imperial and Metric, I've talked about it before. Talk to Jim Henry. Jeff Perry's the owner, you guys. Going to be out at the Summer Bash 2017, Rancho Cucamonga, end of July, or correction, June. I apologize, June 25th. And we look forward to seeing you guys and gals out there. So that's going to be it for now. I don't know how long it's going to be till I show you another video, but the next video that's probably going to be showing you guys, I'm not going to show you all because I got to do a lot of hand grinding and fastening and stuff. Now I might show some stuff on Facebook or Instagram. I'll put pictures up there at EagleDustOff37 is my Instagram and Twitter. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it, you guys and gals, all my subscribers. Get out in the garage, work on something, have fun, be creative. And the little tip there at the end where I showed you guys, if you're running an end mill, at the end just slow down and let it chew out smooth so you don't break it. That's something I learned early on. So hopefully that's been helpful information to you. Take care of yourself and take care of your family, because remember, at the end of the day, your family is all you got. Till next time, get out in the garage, make some stuff. And if you get a chance to work on a barber chair, do it, because this stuff is fun. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.